First off, Guy, how are you set for this week, injury-wise?
Yeah, well, hopefully we've got a couple of players back in the mix for selection. I think a lot of it will depend on how they react to the on-pitch stuff. So certainly with the likes of Sean O'Brien and Quinn Rue, Tom Denton, Issa, would be hopeful that those guys will come through training. We'll have to see how they react, but that's the same when anyone's coming back from an injury. Sort of Luke Fitzgerald probably and Owen O'Malley, they're less likely, but there's still a chance that they'll be involved on the weekend.
Did the international break give you some rest opportunity, a well-deserved break, or was it busy?
Well, I suppose we've had 2 weekends without games, which is great. So certainly in terms of getting people back and getting some of the injured players back within a chance of playing. From that point of view, that's been good. Obviously, we've had a lot of lads away with Ireland, which has been fantastic for the group as a whole, and especially those guys as individuals.
What do you make of the start Leinster have had to this season so far?
Yeah, we've obviously, I think we're 5-3 in the Pro 12, and we won our 2 Heineken games. So, it's certainly been a different year in terms of preparation, in terms of long-term injuries and stuff like that. But we're certainly not making any excuses. We're very keen to get another W on the board away in Glasgow, which is a big game for us.
Something that really stood to Leinster last year was your ability to manage without the internationals. How do you feel you've done so far, and do you think that strength is still there?
I think we've got a decent strength in depth, a really good strength in depth. I think probably where the issues have been is the longer term injuries. We're probably, compared to last year, we've had more long term injuries, and therefore the strength in depth is tested even more. But again, that's part and parcel of rugby, and people are going to pick up injuries, and you have to deal with that the best way you can.
What do you expect from Glasgow on Friday night?
Yeah, they've been. I think they lost their first 2 games. They've won 6 in a row in the Pro 12, and they've obviously settled into their new home in Scottstown. So I think that they're playing very well under a new coach at the start of the year as well, Gregor Townsend, a new defensive coach in I think Matt Taylor, the Australian, and they're certainly moving in the right directions, and we'll be expecting a really tough game.